Hey everyone, it's Mike Andes here, Landscape Business Course. I'm recording on my GoPro today. Wanted to make kind of a raw video here at the studio. And today, if you watch the end of the video, I'm gonna be showing you what is inside this door, something I've never shown before on camera. But before we do that, I wanna talk about something that I feel like is pretty important for the lawn care and the landscaping community. And that is, I wanna talk to you really just kind of heart to heart and seriously about YouTubers and the lawn care landscaping industry. I have created some content in the past reacting to different landscapers on YouTube and talking about their videos and what I agree or disagree about in their videos, and just trying to create context and help more and more of you in the lawn care landscape community. And I want to show you kind of behind the scenes though today in terms of why landscapers will do certain things on YouTube. I'm going to show you how much money I make from YouTube. I'm going to show you what videos do really well on YouTube using my own data, my own videos, and just so you can have a better understanding when you're listening to a YouTuber that is doing lawn care landscaping videos and they are making a business out of selling information or just making ads on getting ad revenue from YouTube. I'm not against any of these people. I'm not gonna mention anyone's name today. I'm not against these people at all. I watch all their videos. Like if you go to my subscriptions, I have my thing here. If you go to my subscriptions on my YouTube, like I got, let's see here, that's who I have got. I got Tigran, I have B&B Lawn Care, I got Keith Kalfas, I got Florida Turf Pros, I got Blades of Grass, Johnny, I got SG Ninja, I got Stanley Genedic, I got Spencer Lawn Care, I got Brian's Lawn Maintenance, got Copper Creek Lawn Care. I got a whole bunch of them, and I watch all of them. I love them. I wish nothing but the best for them. Oh, my thing goes off. I have to change that. After 2 minutes, my screen goes blank on the front here. I love watching all of them. So this video is not to bash them in any way. It is to create context for those of you out there watching that are listening to them for business advice, okay? And I've made this point time and time again, and I'm doing it again because I talked to someone yesterday, and again, they took advice from a YouTuber that was not in context with what their business was, their goals were. They were trying to build $1 million business. Taking advice from someone who is running a one-person, two-person operation and running the business that they say you should, you're not going to, your goals of creating $1 million business is not going to happen, okay? If you're trying to build $1 million business, a business that runs without you on a daily operational level, you're not going to follow a lot of their advice. And that's not to bash them. That is to say that if you're not doing that and you are trying to build a business that is solo, is one or two people, and is more just one person, you mowing out in the field for the rest of the business's duration, great place for YouTube. And this is the big reason why I went ahead and invested in Josh following me around all the time in this past year, is because I wanted to be a landscaper that could share, have time. The reason that they can't run a big business because it takes so much time to create videos and YouTube content, and they don't have time to create a really well-run, system-oriented business with employees and all the rest. They don't usually have time, okay? So I decided this year to invest in having Josh do full-time video, so that way I, as someone who does have a larger business, can try to create as much content as possible for the landscapers that have listened to all these other guys, got started, but they really want to take their business to the next level, and they want to actually build a business that runs without them. Has 10, 15 employees, they have management in place, they do P4P, they have profit sharing, they have open book management, they have systems in place to run the business without them being there. That's who I make my content for, okay? Now, the reason I'm making this video is to just be a warning to everyone out there that is in the landscaping community that's looking to start their business and is taking advice from myself or anyone on YouTube. This goes for me too. Oh, by the way, this is the light here. If you ever do a Zoom video with me, you'll see this behind me. I have different screens that I can put behind me just to make it somewhat enjoyable when you're on Zoom with me. But this is just a warning. This is just, I'm not bashing anybody, but you gotta keep in context that when you're watching someone on YouTube and they're giving business advice, they have different goals than you. They have a different lifestyle than you. They have different ambitions. They have different circumstances. I personally I don't have family. I don't have family, like dependents or children, I should say. Like, I don't have to worry about making sure I am home during the evening to spend time with them. So trying to work as many hours as me is not the right thing for you, right? And same thing goes for, if someone has 1 or 2 employees, they're gonna run their business very, very differently. They're gonna focus on having really good equipment, really ultra efficient equipment that is top of the line so they minimize downtime. When you're trying to scale to 15, 20 people, like we've talked about in our videos before, you're not gonna run it completely differently. You're gonna get different equipment, you're going to look at systems differently, you're gonna look at your role in the business in terms of should you be doing estimates, should you be doing hiring, what is your role in the business is gonna completely change. And I talked to someone the other day that for 5 years has been locked in this place of growth, and when it was traced back to, it was ideologies that they had taken from listening and learning from people that were on YouTube, and they had to realize, look, that won't work if you're trying to grow and scale the business, okay? So I'm going to show you on the back end of YouTube on my channel what I make, how the videos work, so that way you can understand why YouTubers will make certain videos, why they do certain things, okay? And keep in mind, ad revenue is only one part of creating an online business, right? So for example, I have YouTube, where I'm gonna show you today. Then we have course revenue and all these things I share on my monthly revenue reports. Then we have course revenue, lawn care, web design, other products and things that I sell, right? But I'm gonna show you focusing on YouTube because I'm gonna show you different types of videos make the creator more money or less money depending on what's inside of them. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn the camera around here, right? And I'm gonna show you, this is exactly, here, let me try to brighten up, here we go. This is the YouTube back-end studio, right? So this video I just posted this morning, or I should say Josh posted it, bless his heart. And this is kind of how it works in the back end of YouTube. So we have several different metrics here. First of all, ranking by views. Out of the past 10 videos, this was the #1 ranked video. You can see 1 out of 10, you can see it at the top. Now what's really, really interesting here is to see, okay, so in the first 12 hours and 20 minutes, this video made 3,500, has 3,500 views. Hopefully you can actually, it focuses and you can see what I'm showing here. It seems like it's a little blurry. Anyways, here's 3,500 views. The next one is a video we made about ramp racks. In that same 12-hour window, it had 3,000 views, okay? Then I made a video reacting to Brian's lawn maintenance, 1.2, etc. Then I had cars, 1.1, like so, 1,100 views in the first 12 hours, etc. This is what's so interesting about YouTube is equipment makes money on YouTube. It gets views, okay? And so what I am determined to do with my channel, regardless of how much views and subscribers we can get, is focusing at least half of my content on really in-depth video content around business, all right? Because if you look at this chart here, sorry, I gotta flip this around. If you look at this chart here, this video this one right here, the number 10, the worst ranked video out of my last 10 videos, only got 368 views in the first 12 hours. That one right there, I actually feel like that has the most value out of all of these when it comes to growing and scaling your business. Because literally this one in that coaching call, it's like an hour long, super in-depth Zoom call that I had with an owner, and literally in the call, it's an hour long. Not easy watching, not something you sit down and just watch over while you're driving. Like, it's in-depth stuff, but in that call, people could learn so much about business and scaling their business and changing their business model and making it more efficient and running it without them having to be there every day, but it doesn't get views. And so what happens with the lawn care and landscaping community is, obviously they're running a business, I'm running a business, we wanna get more views because we make more money, we get more subscribers and more views leads to bigger business opportunities, getting partners on board, getting advertisers, people that are going to give discount codes to our community, things like that. So like, I'm not bashing them, I'm just trying to make a point, and that is that the videos that you're watching that are around equipment, that are around, so let me flip this around again, all right? So if you look here, number 1, write-offs about equipment we purchased. This is like year-end tax write-offs, what we spent equipment on, or what equipment we bought. Number 2, buying ramp racks. Literally, again, equipment. Third one is a reaction video of Brian's lawn maintenance. Number 4, 3 cars. Again, equipment, trucks, etc. Literally, number 5 is about how to pay $0 on your taxes. It got 742 views, which is literally not even 25% of what this video made up here about equipment write-offs and what equipment we purchased. Like, that is the insanity of YouTube, because the most valuable content isn't the videos that people will watch. It's not the ones that will get recommended. It's not the ones that get shared the most. And so when it comes to YouTubers that are making lawn care and landscaping content, I love that. I'm so happy that people are more and more getting involved in it, because you're allowed to be able to see different business models and different climates, different stages of business. But you gotta realize is that the person you're taking your information from and your business advice from, you want that person to be at or above the place you want to be at. So if your goal is to have 10, 15 trucks, you should not be taking business advice from someone that never had more than an employee or 2. Or their business has had to scale back to being at 1 or 2 people when they did try to grow and scale it up. Now, should you not watch their videos? No. You should watch their videos. You should subscribe to them all. You should support them all. But watch it for entertainment value only. Don't listen to business advice from someone that's not at or above where you want to be at in business. I don't take my business advice from someone that only has 1 or 2 or 3 stores now. Now with Augusta that we're franchising, I have to sometimes I have to pay money just to get information from the people I want information from, because they're harder to get to. They're at a certain level that I want to get to, and I'm not going to take advice from someone that is even where I'm at currently. I want to, if I'm gonna listen to people who are at where I'm at currently or below, it's for entertainment, it's for getting good ideas occasionally. There's great tips that they can give you in terms of equipment, things like that. But when it comes to business advice, I would just add a lot of caution. All right, and I don't want to call anybody out. I don't want to be mean about this, but I literally hear at least 2 or 3 times a month from people that have been stalling out in their business or failing because they're implementing systems from someone that's running a solo operation and giving business advice, and the person that's taking that business advice in is trying to scale their business to 7 figures or beyond, or make systems to where they don't have to be there on a daily operational level. They don't have to be at the office. They don't have to go out and do estimates. They don't have to be out on the projects. And that is a completely different business. Listening to someone who's solo and getting business advice and how they're running their business is not what you should be following. Just because someone is popular does not mean they are right. Just because someone has 100,000 subscribers or 1 million subscribers does not mean that they are going to have sound business advice. It means that they're a personality, they have a great personality, they're very entertaining, they know how to create videos, they know how to market. That's not what creates a great lawn care and landscaping business. Creating great videos and being able to make shiny, equipment videos, okay? So, let me go ahead and dive a little bit deeper into this, and then I'm gonna show you something like I promised at the beginning of the video that I haven't shown before. So, again, equipment videos dominate on YouTube. That is where I get my subscribers, and I create this content only to get subscribers, because I want to be able to push this content at the bottom, which is much more important. Coaching calls, how to go from part-time to full-time landscaper, not paying taxes, and how to do tax write-offs, how you can get your employees to think. This is probably the most important video for anyone trying to scale their business. And literally, it has gotten less than 1/6 of this video about write-offs and equipment that we got. It's incredible. So let's go ahead and dive into this. This top video is really recent, so I'm not gonna take the number 1 video. I'm gonna take the second one because it's been around for a few days. I'm gonna have some information to be able to share with you. All right, so this video has gotten 7,886 views since it was published. Views, you can see there, 7.9 thousand. Watch time, 560 hours. This video has garnished 32 new subscribers to the channel, and they rank that basically by, you can see here, people that have subscribed after viewing this video. And then my revenue there, $42. Trust me, I'm not paying the bills with YouTube revenue. But anyways, you can see here, this is the video. You can see the reach here. It kind of shows like the whole impressions and how many people actually clicked on it. It's pretty cool. This is all the stuff that you can see on the back end. Unique visitors. So these are like the unique people. And so, yeah, impressions to click-through ratio, all sorts of really cool stuff. Then I go to revenue here. You can see I am making 11.78 CPM, which is lower than most of my other videos. Again, this is for the ramp rack video. And you can see where I make the video and skippable ads, display ads, etc. So yeah, there you go. You can see it's kind of pretty consistent. It's going to be slowly growing over time. Traditionally, most of the views come in the first 24 to 48 hours. And that's why your thumbnail, your title, and if you're talking about equipment, people stay around a lot longer. All right, so we go back to overview here. What I was going to show you was now let's go back to a different video. Let's go back to the one that I really feel is probably the best on this whole thing, is this coaching call here at the bottom. It's probably a throw up between that and then how you can get your employees to think like owners. But let's go ahead and do the coaching call one because I really like this one. All right, so now on this video you can see here, again, not attracting a new audience, so that's why no one's gonna create this type of content. I got 1 subscriber versus like, what was it, 40 some odd from the one video I made a couple days ago. I only made $9 in ad revenue. Pretty stagnant in terms of views. There's only 713. You go to revenue here, the breakdown. CPM's a lot higher because it's very niche and it's very, very detailed business. So this is the amount of money that is made from ads, and this is the amount of money I actually make from it, right? So this is what YouTube charges cost per thousand to the advertiser. Then they take their 45% cut, and then I'm left with $13.86 per 1,000 views. And so usually the more niche and depending on the type of video you're making, that number will change. But again, you can see this video took me an hour to create, very, very in detail, high level business concepts, made me $9 versus this one that is only a couple days old versus the other one which is like a week and a half old. It's already made me $42. Literally, it's made me 4 times as much money. Why would I create really in detailed high-level business content if all I was trying to do is maximize views, maximize subscribers, and maximize revenue, all right? So just the only reason I'm showing this is to keep this in mind, and that is the videos that are being made for the YouTube community on lawn care and landscaping. I love them all, but keep this in mind. They are optimizing it many times for ad revenue. They're optimizing it for subscribers, likes, etc. And I'm not against that. Half of my content is going to be geared towards that to bring in the subscribers, and then I'm gonna try to inundate with them with the actual content that I want them to watch, which is the long form content, which is the coaching calls, the podcast, how to actually improve your business, how to do marketing. Those are the things that are actually gonna change your business. Getting better equipment, not gonna move the needle. Promise, I will never attribute my success to the trucks I've bought, the equipment I've purchased, none of that. I will attribute it to the marketing I've done and the incredible team that's around me. Those are the 2 things that will move your business forward. All right, so that is kind of, I don't want to call people out. I don't even think there's anything to call out or anything that's negative about these YouTubers. I watch them for entertainment. I watch them to get some ideas, but I do not take business advice from them if my goals of my business do not align with what their goals in their business are. All right, so I just want to kind of put that out there. I get frustrated because I do, like I said, 2 to 3 times a month, I get someone emailing me, contacting me in a coaching call, something like that, and they've listened to, and they specifically will name someone that they have either purchased equipment because of, they have created some sort of a system around their estimating process that's completely flawed if you want to scale the business, or they are micromanaging every element of the company when their goal is to let things go and build a business that has a team and an estimator and an office person, but yet they have these mindsets that's been molded by influencers, right? And so I wanted to make this video in raw form, not behind a microphone, and just share why the community goes this way in terms of YouTube and why they're trying to, and I'm not putting any blame on them. They should be trying to optimize their business, make their thumbnails better, make it about equipment. There's a reason why equipment manufacturers will give them equipment and they will make a video. They know that by making that video, they're gonna get high view counts because the equipment videos do a lot better. They know that, and the brand ambassador, the company, they want their product shown, so they're gonna give it to them for free. It's not like they're gonna buy that equipment necessarily. So just keep this in mind. This is not anything negative. This is all about just trying to give some perspective to the community. And if you're looking for business advice, look to someone who is where you're at and where you want to be at. If you want to grow a solo operation, if you want to have 1 or 2 employees, my channel is probably not the place you want to be at, because I'm talking about systems and creating things that are going to take time and effort to invest to create those systems. Whereas if you're doing solo, 1 or 2 employees, listen to other people that are running those businesses successfully and have really great margins doing what they're doing. I also make the video here, and for those of you who have not already just like clicked the dislike button and called me a hater, that are still watching, the other reason I make this video is because I have talked to these other people in the community, other landscapers that are making YouTube content, and I know that for some of them, not the majority of them, but for some of them, they're struggling in their actual lawn care business. And their business is the entertainment, the YouTube, content creation, and selling business advice. And in my mind, it makes me very unhappy that someone would sell content and give advice and make someone else pay for that advice when they have not been able to take that advice and build a successful lawn care business themselves. And then there's no wonder, there's nothing that, it's not a surprise when the people who use those business strategies don't do well. And the person who's creating the YouTube content, they will still make money with YouTube ads, with course content, and they'll still be able to keep running their business and using their business as content creation and an opportunity to make more content. But in reality, the lawn care, the landscaping business side of things, not being run very efficiently, not being run very profitably, definitely not sustainable for the person who does not have a supplementary income flow coming from YouTube. All right? So, all of that being said, I watch all of the YouTubers, right? So, I don't want to bash people. I don't like saying negative things. I know some people think that I try to do that. But half of my content is exactly the way that they do content. And that is making equipment videos, making thumbnails and titles that are going to be catchy, making my reaction videos to other YouTubers. That's what gets views and gets people onto the channel and subscribing. And then my goal is that over time, they start to watch some of the other content that I actually believe is going to move the needle for their business. I do not believe equipment's going to move the needle. I do not believe that trucks will. If you notice, when I make my equipment and my truck videos, I have no idea what I'm talking about. People ask about well, how many liters is the engine and what type of transmission? I have no idea. All I care about is the numbers. All I care about is the people, the team, and the marketing. Those are the things that move the business forward. If it's a 4.3, a 4.6 truck, or it's a V8 versus a V6, that's not going to completely change my business. It's not going to be the thing that I look back and oh my goodness, this certain type of engine is what made my business successful. No, it's the team, it's the marketing, it's the advertising that you do, the systems that you have in place to make that business run efficiently if you're trying to make a business that is scalable and is growing and is larger, right? So, first off, though, before I show you the last thing I kind of told you I was going to show you today, I have to say a big shout out to everyone that has been subscribing to the channel. You can see here, we're now up to 8,666 subscribers. It's more than double over the past couple months. 687 more subscribers have been added in the past 28 days. So really, really appreciate all of you. And again, my goal is to create the content that gets views, gets subscribers, and gets a lot of engagement for 50% of my content. The other 50% will continue probably to have 20 to 25% of the views, much less engagement, less clicks, less subscribers, but it's the stuff that actually will move your business forward, okay? So, I told you at the beginning of the video, because I wanted you to watch the whole thing, I told you I would show you something I hadn't shown you before, because if you've seen my other videos, you've seen the studio before. This is also where we do franchisee training for Augusta Lawn Care. So we have 33, actually just today, up in Vancouver, BC, we have a new franchisee, Allie and Sarah. Welcome to them to Augusta Nation. But this is where we do franchisee training. We take those chairs and the tables and everything and set them all up in here and have franchisee training with the whiteboard and all that. Over here is where I do recording for the course, MBA course, landscape business course, and other training videos here. You've probably seen some of the podcasts there. And then here is where I actually shoot most of the podcast material here. See the lights and all that good stuff. Yeah, so that's where I usually sit and do the recordings. You've probably seen most of that before. This back here is where I create lecture material. So I have books and my other computer here, where I can create lectures for the MBA course, landscape business course, training for the franchisees. And that's where I sit a lot of times for my Zoom calls, or I was just sitting there in the past. So kind of behind the scenes. What I have never shown you before though is, oh, I have to show you one more thing. One second. I've never shown you in that room right there, and I'm gonna show you in just a second. But I am gonna be getting a sauna, and I'm very, very much looking forward to it. I got it for under $1,000 at Lowe's. It's gonna sit right here. It's only a one-person sauna. It only plugs into the wall. It's just a dry sauna. It's not infrared, not a steam room, but it's gonna go right here. It's only like, I think like 38 inches wide, and like, I think it's like 7 feet tall. So it's gonna sit right there. I'm gonna love it. It's gonna be really good for me for relaxation, for health benefits, stuff like that. I'm looking forward to a lot. But what you've never seen in here, and I think most of you have probably picked up on before, but probably never seen, is this is my room. So let me just back up here so you know what I'm looking at here. So this is where we're at, and then this is inside this room. This is where I sleep. So this is my house. Oh, you might probably have picked up on it in the past, and that is I live at my studio. I've said it in videos before, but this is where I live, and this room here is about 6 feet by 6 feet. I don't know if you can really see it. It's like really small, but it's perfect because I'm less than 6 feet. I can lay right there. That's my bed on the floor. Nothing really fancy about it. And then I got my Bible and watches and plugins for at night, but that's where I sleep. But this is where I live. And my goal is to take all the money that we make in the businesses, put it back into the businesses, grow the companies. And really, our goal is to change the level of professionalism in the industry. And to do that, I've got to be really frugal and take the money that we make and create more content, whether it be hiring Josh, whether it be having a studio like this and investing in better equipment, whether it be making videos about equipment and trucks so that we get more people into the community, more people getting subscribers, and then they start to listen to the other business content. They actually start to watch the coaching calls and all the rest of it. So if you're new to the channel, if you've just recently got in because I made a reaction video to another YouTuber, or I made a video about trucks, please don't stop. Please watch the stuff that's actually gonna move the needle for your business, which is going to be the business content, the coaching calls, all that stuff. I make 95% of my content free. The other 5% is gonna be in courses and for the franchisees, right? Like software, things like that we do for the franchisees only. We don't give access to everyone, okay? But 95% of it is free, and it's because our goal at Augusta is to change the level of professionalism in this industry, and I truly believe we can do that. But if we're going to do that, we've gotta get focused on the things that actually move the needle in our business, which is gonna be team, your employees, and marketing, okay? Not trucks, not equipment, not buying the newest, flashiest, mower. It's not gonna move the needle at all. Me having a big fancy house or a big fancy car is not going to move the needle towards the mission that we have at Augusta. Therefore, I live in that little room. I don't live in that little room because it's fun. Like, I don't even have a shower here, okay? There's the bathroom. Oops, can't really tell. That's the bathroom, that's my room. Okay, I'm doing that because it doesn't, me having a big house, big fancy car, like this is my car. I'm gonna go outside here. It's dark outside right now. This is my car right here, the Augusta vehicle, Honda Accord. I love it, $7,000, has never let me down. 2010 Honda. But having a big fancy car doesn't align with the goals of what my business and the mission I have for the business. Therefore, I don't get them. If your goals, if your business is to have a systems-oriented business that you can leave for 2 weeks and the business continue to run efficiently, then you need to make sure that the things you're doing line up with that vision, line up with that goal, right? And so doing things that are actually aligning with or running a solo operation and being so intricately attuned with your equipment, and that's all you care about, think about, and your time is involved with, your money is spent on that, that's not gonna get you towards your goal. So, people always say, do it, do what I do, not what I say. Whatever. But basically, what I'm doing at Augusta is really what I recommend you do in your business. We have a mission, we have a goal to change the level of professionalism in the landscape industry. And then I have to take a step back and be like, okay, how does that affect my personal finances? Does me getting a big house, fancy car, etc. align with the mission? No, it doesn't. So what do? Change course. Okay, we're gonna live in a simple place like this, drive a simple car, all the money going back in the company because the mission of the business is X. Change the level of professionalism in the landscaping industry. That's going to involve, hiring someone like Josh. It's going to be investing in a place like this, the studio, to be able to create better content. And in your business, what is your goal? Why did you get into business? What is the revenue goal? What is the lifestyle you want to have? And then ask yourself, are the things that you are watching on YouTube, the information you're taking in, the decisions you're making, where you're spending your time in your business, is it aligning with that mission? All right? So I hope that was helpful today. I know it's kind of all over the place, but I wanted to show you a little bit around, and I hope that something was said that was encouraging to you, inspiring to you, and hopefully educational. And again, I don't want to bash anybody. I didn't say anyone's names. My goal here is to just add a note of caution for everyone out there that is listening to landscapers. Oh, sorry. There's also a little bit of a mess here because we're getting ready for conference, Landscape Summit. Oh yeah, great time to plug, Mike. landscapebusinesscourse.com/conference. You can sign up for the conference in January. There's going to be this banner. This is what this is here. It's really big. It's like 10 feet. But this is going to be the backdrop for, I think, Saturday's content. So it'll go up behind the whiteboard. I'm going to be doing it. Yeah, you should come to Landscape Summit. It's going to be a lot of fun. landscapebusinesscourse.com/conference. I've been over 30 minutes now, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it off now. But thank you so much for watching. And the biggest thing you could possibly do for me is implement the things we talk about, make a change in your business. Therefore, you're going to create the positive change we want to see at Augusta. You can create it in your own local market, regardless if you become a franchisee or not. You can create the positive change I want to see in this industry by implementing the things that we talk about, caring about your team, implementing P4P, implementing profit sharing, the systems that actually move the needle for your business. I look forward to meeting you in person, hopefully, virtually at Landscape Summit at the conference. But regardless, I just want to say thank you all so very much for your support. And for those of you who do come to Landscape Summit, I'm going to be shipping out these hats for all of our participants. But anyways, thank you so much, everyone, and we'll see you on the next one.